Welcome to the Umbrella.
Hello. You gonna say hiya? You gonna say hiya to everyone? Are you a bit shy, aren't you, today? A bit grumpy today, aren't we? So today I just want to speak briefly on my first ever paranormal experience that I obviously got into the paranormal. So I want to tell you the story first as it goes. This is like for some of the viewers, you might have heard me speak about Birch Hospital, and I've done content on Birch Hospital before, but this is like one of the first places where I had a proper experience, really. And after the experience, you want more. So what I'm trying to say in this video, if you've never had an experience, I wouldn't expect people to believe, and this is why there's people that don't believe because they've never had experience. So I'm lucky to have had the experience and continue to chase this more experience, really, to try and document, because it can get quite addictive. Some people hate me for that, some people like me for that. I don't know where the narrative comes from hating people to try to document what they're actually experiencing. But anyway, enough of that, really. Maybe that's another topic for another time, talking about the experience I had. So I want to tell you the story, really, and I'm going to show you some video footage or some photographs that I've actually got from that night that I've just received just recently, which is like within the last half an hour. So I want to talk to you a place about Birch Hospital. Like I mentioned, it's an old hospital which was once a workhouse for children, where they'd stay there as and be treated as slaves, really, which I've mentioned in previous content that I've made. I have got more from a channel that I've done on TikTok. So, but anyway, as I was saying, then it became a hospital. Many soldiers would come here from World War II and get treated. Obviously there were lots of deaths at this point from soldiers that would have succumbed to the wounds from the battlefield. After that it slowly became a hospital, and there was lots of patients that were treated here. I think I actually went here at one time. There's many people from where I live, because I live right near the hospital, that have seen it change over time, where now it's just a place for where people live. So I'll tell you the story. This specific night that I went was, I think it was just after Christmas, it might have been Boxing Day, and it was laid abandoned. There were no security, funny enough, so I thought it was a great idea to get some of my mates and go and have a little venture into the hospital. So we went twice, actually. I mean, I've got videos. I've put a video up from the second time we went, but the first time we went, which prompted the second time.
What if I hold it? Show yourself. Touch me.
Yeah? Take some photos. For what? So you go in, and then there's certain times where you might get the hair stand up on the back of your neck. I think we went up to the third floor, and we was obviously trying to communicate, exploring around, having a look, and you never know if there's homeless people there, so you want to make sure there's no homeless people making weird noises and stuff like that. So we went our way up to the third floor, I think it was, and there was like almost this tapping noise coming from behind us. So I think because it was that long ago, in 2007, it was either me that took the photo, or it was my mate Sean. It was one of us that snapped the photo, and lo and behold, behind this door where this noise was coming from, we've got a picture of a girl behind this door. You can clearly see her face, which I'm going to show you in this video. Now the weird thing is, in this video, like I said, this was my first ever experience. The weird thing in this video was like the unexplained tapping. some of it was on cue. Now the technology we've got now is far more advanced than we had back then. It was just cameras. There was no apps that we could use. There was nothing like Ghost Tube back then. You might have could have used a Ouija board, but we was just going off sound, and it was a lot more difficult to speak with spirits than it is now, where we can just communicate back and forward with the tube. So obviously when we got back, I had a look at the forms. The forms were old forms, yeah, it's like 2007, so when you see the footage I'm going to show you, it's a bit grainy when I've done the maximum zoom. Obviously you can expect that because it's maximum zoom that I've had to zoom in, and yeah, you know, it was, for me, it was a great experience. I'd love to go there now, but obviously it's houses now and people live there, and you have to try and respect that. But that night, honestly, I'll always remember that night for the rest of my life, which has led me to where I am now. For the people that have watched me and done all these videos, you know, there was other events as well that made this channel what it is, and this was probably the first main event that happened to me as an individual when I started really to believe. But it's like the comment that I just made earlier on, it's like, why would you believe in something if you've never had experience? And I think that's why a lot of people take the piss out of the paranormal, is because they've never had experience. I'm lucky enough to have these experiences and to have a spirit guide the way we can communicate with, you know, when we're out in the dark, which is a lot easier to do now, and I wouldn't ever imagined I got to this point to where I am now. But anyway, enough of the talk. I'll show you this footage now after 5 minutes of me telling you this story. Yeah, what a great place Birch Hospital was, you know, was or still is today. So yeah, I'll show you the footage now, and you'll see the obviously, just remember as a viewer, yeah, we're in 2007 now. The camera works. The camera equipment's not the best, yeah, so I have put filters on these pictures so obviously to enhance the pictures to what they are. So yeah, here's the footage, and I'll show you. So this is the corridor back in obviously when Birch had its hospital, you know, the shell of the hospital, and the tapping was coming from behind that blue door. Now I'm going to zoom in a minute, and you can see like a light by the handle. I thought this was a reflection from the torch, but it isn't. It's the orb trying to manifest, and I'll show you step by step what happens with the manifestation through this pictures or these picture events. Obviously it's her standing up on the back of your neck, kind of tackle here, and you're feeling like you're being watched, and you're hearing these noises that you can't explain really. I mean, your mind's going through all kinds of stuff that what these noises could be. So the first picture, the first zoom in here, is the anomaly as it goes into the glass, and then it manifests into a face. You can actually see here, that's not a normal light, that's not a reflection of any kind, that light on the right hand side there, and the face is starting to manifest on the left hand side of the square, as you can see it there. So this is obviously, this ends up being a girl, and this ends up being, you know, obviously the capture that I'm going to show you now. The unexplained noises were phenomenal. The face that you can see now, just above the door, you can see the hairline, you can see the face, and it's almost like that light now has gone a bit less bright as obviously it begins to manifest, like I mentioned. I'll zoom in a little bit more, but this is a lot more grainy this time, but you should be able to see the facial outside. So you're looking straight in the middle of the camera as we are looking. Hopefully you can see the face I'm seeing now. Yeah, incredibly creepy. Now I'm not surprised, to be honest, in a building like this, which was absolutely superb. I don't think I could ever recreate an experience like this, but every time I go out I try to have the best experience that I can, or one that I definitely remember. They are few and far between, but it doesn't stop me from going out. But yeah, this is obviously, I think this is a child really that's obviously still stuck. So things like this happen in mere milliseconds, so it's good that we have cameras and we can try and slow it down. A lot of people don't realise what happens in real time, and like spirit time, it's almost like 0.1 of a millisecond. It's so easy to miss, and this is why I record. So I'm hoping you can see the face, which is more or less right in front of you. It looks like she's wearing some kind of white gown as she is behind the door. This was one epic capture. Like I say, it is grainy, I do apologise, but this is the best quality I can get it. But yeah, an experience I'll never forget. Sean, I'm in the operating theatre. I'm sure, I swear to God, there was someone on my fucking floor with a torch, shining it and that. I thought it was one of yous. Fucking property, like an hospital.
Right, we're coming down now. We're going to come to this operating theatre.